Good morning. We're in Apperset in the Yorkshire Dales for the weekend in this beautiful shepherd's hut that we've rented out. It's a little hamlet, and I'm currently sat outside with my camera waiting for a red squirrel to come and get some nuts that we've put out for them. We've been so lucky this weekend. They've been all over, the balcony. We've been watching them out the window this morning. I want to try and get a nice shot of a red squirrel. Just feel so fortunate to see these things. There's loads of them in this forest. I think we've seen 4 or 5 different individual squirrels. Now, how do I know they're individual, you might ask? I haven't asked for their ID, but I've seen 5 at 5 different times, so I'm saying there's 5 in this forest. So yeah. But it's interesting how I've said before that photography makes me present in that I'm very observant. But this morning, I probably think Jen took more pleasure out of looking at the squirrels than I did, because I was more focused on getting a photograph of the squirrels or capturing them on camera than I was actually observing them. So when I did put the camera down for a few minutes and just sat and watched them, chilling away, eating their nuts, it just felt like such a privilege to be able to watch it. But I am back out with the camera because I do believe in preserving those memories. I want to have something to look back on that triggers these memories. It's only just stopped raining as well, so I'm taking the chance to come out and do a bit of photography before we head home. But it's been an unbelievable weekend. It was part of Jen's birthday present that we've come here, so on Friday we had a lovely chilled night. It was beautiful, clear skies, saw some amazing stars. Tried to get a couple of time lapses, but I didn't bring my GoPro with me, which I've figured out is the best thing to do a night lapse with, rather than all this expensive camera gear. Just stick a GoPro in night lapse, and that's where you get the best star trails, but I didn't have it with me. And then we had a lovely night in, bottle of red wine, listened to some Christmas songs, had the log fire run inside. Yeah, played a couple of games, it was lovely. Then yesterday we took a walk into the small village of Hawes in the Yorkshire Dales. We walked from Apperset across the fields. It was only a short walk, took us about 45 minutes to an hour. It's not far at all, maybe 2.5 miles. And we took in the Wensleydale Creamery, the famous Wensleydale cheese. We went into Wensleydale, into their factory to see how the cheese was made, did some cheese tasting, which was incredible. And yeah, so we're going back there today to pick up a couple of a couple of gift sets for family members for Christmas, because they'll make some lovely gifts. And then we headed down into the village of Hawes, had a look around a couple of the lovely little shops. On the way in, there was such a nice community feel. They'd put little Christmas bobbleheads on the railings walking into town. That was lovely. And then we went into a pub for a pint, and just for good luck we then went into the next pub for another pint, and we also had our dinner in there, which was steak and ale pie, which was an absolute dream. Before heading back over the tops full of pie and pints back to the shepherd's hut. We literally just got a woodland to ourselves, us and another cabin, but we're far enough away from them. Saying that, I'm just on the hunt now for some more wood for our chimney for tonight's festivities. Hopefully I'm going to do a barbecue if the weather stays dry and not windy. But we used a fair bit of the wood last night, and it's due to come cold again, so apparently there's a shed in the woods with like an honesty box system, so we grab some firewood from there, get the chimney fired up, and have another cosy night
in this stunning part of the world. Here's the cabin, away just back, like in the woods over there. So serene and peaceful. Just love it. This is just perfect. And then the views from the top of the hill, man. Straight out over God's country and the beautiful Yorkshire Dales. Let's get some wood sorted. Whoops. And some logs and some kindling from the honesty box. More than enough firewood to keep us going through the night now. There's a little log burner in the cabin as well, which we'll put on just before bed, just to heat the cabin through, keep us warm through the night. So let's go get the fire started. What else would I be cooking on a December's night?
Luckily, they'd left some coal out in the coal store, so I put the barbecue on, knocked up a few sausages and burgers, and we just sat and ate that by the chimney outside. It was fantastic. And then, yeah, back inside for a couple more glasses of red, another game of Scrabble that unbelievably we tied. Some few dubious words, but just a really nice chilled weekend. I took my film camera with me on the walk. I took the Canon A1. Didn't shoot that much with it. I never do with film. I'm always very scared to press the shutter button. I think just because of the sheer cost of film. I think about a lot of photographs. I think about the photographs a lot more than I do when I'm shooting digital, because there's no sunk cost associated with overshooting, other than the cost of having to edit them afterwards. But if I get the scans back in time for this video going out, I'll put them on the screen. If not, I'll show them in a future video. But just a really, really nice chilled night last night. And then we woke up this morning to quite thunderous rain, which was lovely to hear on the top of the shepherd's hut. Just really relaxing. And then as the sun's come up, the red squirrels have been back out, and they've just been eating all the nuts, going in the different feeders, and just watching and listening to wildlife before we check out in, I got my watch on, before we check out in probably about 45 minutes. So I'm just taking the opportunity to sit out here, taking last bit of these forest sounds, have a chat to you wonderful people, and hopefully capture a red squirrel. But I think me sat here in a big black puffer jacket is probably putting off these very tame and shy animals. Yeah, very nice. Say goodbye, Jen.
Oh, is it a video?
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye, Jen.
Oh.